Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot7025fm.com.
Close your eyes. Imagine a room that doesn't just look beautiful, it feels alive. The lighting is perfect, the energy is electric, and the scent of gourmet creation is in the air. Now look around. You aren't just checking the kitchen or hovering over the guest list. You're in the moment. You're the life of the party. Welcome to the world of irresistible events and catering. In a city built on spectacle, we specialize in spectacular. At Irresistible Events and Catering, we just don't fill plates, we curate memories because our philosophy is simple, elegant, and absolute. We plan, cater, and style any event. Why settle for ordinary when you can have the irresistible? Elevate your event at irresistibleeventslv.com.
Hi. Hey.
What's up? All your favorite artists.
Check it out.
DJ Khaled.
This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars.
On hot7025fm.com.
Yo, it's Tavon Greatness Patterson. Want to listen to Hot 7025 on the go? Download the Hot 702.5 app on the Apple Store or Google Play Store if you got an Android like me.
Let's get it.
What's going on, everybody? It's your main man, 360, the poet from the Morning Wood, and I'm here to talk to you about the Sci-Fi Center. It's your Vegas home for science fiction, horror, and fantasy. From comic books, toys, and posters to movie screenings and live events, they've got you covered. Located at 900 Cameron Avenue, Suite B209, give them a call, 702-900-4335, or reach them at thescificenter.com.
Hey, this is Herflow from Hot 702.5 FM, where we bring you the best in hip-hop, R&B, pop, and talk. Tune in. Hey, thank you for tuning in. You have tuned into The Flow right here with Herflow at Hot 702.5 FM. Risky Radio, you guys, thank you for tuning in with me every single week. I bring the heat, and I am on fire every single week, every Thursday at 4 p.m. You guys can catch me right here at Hot 702.5. So just like every week, I have a special guest. I always say I have the GOAT on my show because I am the GOAT as well. We have a special guest here from Los Angeles, LA, bringing pride, y'all, bringing Black pride at that. So I'm going to do the introductions, and then I'm going to let her speak. I'm going to let her give you the tea. Her name is The Real Miss Diva, and she is an event producer, hospitality executive, entrepreneur, community advocate, and she's dedicated to creating very, very exclusive and inclusive events, okay? Experiences for the LGBTQIA community. Hello, Miss Diva.
Oh, hello. How you doing?
I am amazing, girl. It is so great to have you on the show. Thank you for coming on with me.
Thank you for having me. Oh my God.
Yes. So you got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of moving parts. And I want the people to know that you out there doing big things for the community. And guess what? You've also done some things here in Atlanta and all over the place, all different cities, right? And so we're going to get started. I want the people to know a little bit about you, and then we're going to go into the things that you do. So you're originally from New York, correct?
Yes, I was born in the Bronx, raised in Brooklyn.
Okay.
Yeah, so I lived up there just majority of my whole life. And then the last 15 years, I was down in Atlanta.
Okay, all right.
And my job just decided to transfer me out to LA. So I was like, okay, hey, I'm going to be a Cali girl now.
Yeah. So tell me this, because I know you work closely with Pride. You are the head of the LA Pride Slay, correct?
Yes, Slay
Slay
Pride.
LA Pride. Yeah. And so now you moving a little bit about yourself. Let's give our audience a little bit about yourself, like your background, because you have so many other things that you do. So I kind of want to give our audience the background of you. I want them to know. I want them to have the tea. Okay. So just give me a little bit of information about you. I know that you're from New York, but you started out, what made you move to, what was your move like? Well, what made you move to LA and then go to Atlanta and all these different places? What was
Okay.
what was
Well,
that
no, I
about?
was born, like I said, born and raised in New York. And then I moved
I
down.
hear that accent.
Yes, and then I moved down south because I wanted to, have a warmer climate. Because
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that snow up there was getting to me. It was working a nerve that I ain't even have left no more.
Mm.
So I had moved down south. And then I just decided, I said, well, let me tap into the hospitality field because I came from the accounting, like bookkeeping field. So I was like, let me tap into hospitality and get me out of my shell because I was so reserved, so introverted. So I was like, oh, let me, get started in hospitality. And I said, like, whichever hotel gives me my first hotel job, that's where I'm going to excel at. That's what brand I'm going to excel in. So it just happened to be that it was a Hilton branded hotel. Um, and actually, and I tell everybody, I started off as right there, a front desk agent. Yes, I was a front desk agent,
Mm-hmm.
worked my way up, and then learned every outlet of the hotel. And so then when it was like, so then I was like, well, I was already like hosting events in Charlotte at the same time that I was working, at the hotel. And then that's when they were like, well, you know what? When you over here hosting, that's helping you getting out of your shell, you out of your bubble, you being more likable now. Cause it was like I wasn't bubbly enough. So
Mm.
now I was hosting. So then I was like, let me, tap into like, actually producing events like that for that. So and then it worked hand in hand with the hotel industry. And so then especially when I was at the Logan in Philadelphia, they had they was having me like the event liaison.
Mm-hmm.
Any stars, any concerts, anybody that was, coming in on that level, they was like, okay, here, you deal with them, handle their group booking, handle their events, and seeing what they need, and on that side, like of the what the hotel is producing.
Right.
So, like I said, so then as that my event planning career was enhancing, and then so was hotels. It was
Mm.
then after a while,
Simultaneously.
yeah, so it was like it was all going hand in hand. It was
Mm-hmm.
just happening, and I'm like, okay, here, I'm just taking it all in. I'm taking it all in. And so then they came up with that bright idea. They said, well, go on task force. I didn't even know what task force was. And they
Yeah.
were
Yeah.
saying, yo, it's just the same thing that you're doing, but you're just traveling. You're traveling for work. So I was like, okay. So, I was feeling it, traveling around. Every time I stopped in any city, state, or whatever, I was always hosting events.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's how I got to be known, like all over the place. Like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was still hosting the events while I was working. And then after a while, I was like, you know what? Let me start my own task force company.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I started my own like task force company, and the different people that I managed, and then got them up until upper level management. Now I contract them out to go out to different hotels as well.
Nice, nice. So, would you say that would have been your first choice? Like, what did you want to do? Younger. Was this like, okay, this is my dream right now? Because you're really out in the community, and not only are you creating events and inclusive events, but also you do advocacy as well. Can you want to talk about that?
Yes, with the on the advocacy part, I always want women to really just take care of their self. Is I've had a lot of family, that survived with cancer, and then there's a lot that passed from cancer. So I push people to, do their breast exams, do your annual checkups, and just stay on top of that, because that's sometimes you can have it slip your mind. And so I push that as far as like with breast cancer awareness. And then also because I've been diagnosed with lupus since I was 17.
Okay.
So I let people know, like, this it's a silent disease among like the African American community.
Right.
You mainly see it with African American women. So I tell people, what signs to look out for. And then once you got your diagnosis, to, eat healthy, exercise, relax, stay stress-free, because stress could be, can cause you to be
It's
having
a silent killer. Yeah. High
So,
blood pressure, all of that.
yes, because it affects your organs. That's where it attacks. It attacks your organs and your skin. And then, because I'm not going to tell nobody else, not to, take different medications and stuff like that. I would never like steer nobody away, but I can only talk about what helped for me. I went on the herbal regimen, ate better, increased your greens and your vegetables and fruits and stuff like that. It's all about what you put into your body, of how you're going to be feeling,
and what's going to come out is what's going to come out. Manifest throughout. Yes.
So a lot of people, they look at me, they're like, oh my God, your skin is flawless, you coming to go, and we wouldn't even think. And what do you do? And I was like, herbal.
Yeah. And it's so important too in our communities. I know a lot of times now, I know when you have your events, do you do health fests too? Like, people come in and they can get their blood pressure tested. They can get other things done at your career fairs.
Yes. And I'm going to make sure that I'm bringing that into, LA area, because I was doing a lot in Atlanta. So, but I want to bring that part, to LA, where it's not just about events and party and having a good time. Like, we could do that later, but you make sure you take care of yourself first.
That's right. And then too, and I want you have a famous saying, like, I'm just not here to party.
Yes.
Can you tell our audience that?
I think because it's a different, when people tell you, they be like, oh, so you're a club promoter. I'm an event producer. How I take the difference, I'm like, okay, here, a party, I just feel like, oh, shoot, that's just us going out to the club. See, you just going to the club. But, with events, it's more planning. It's more organizing. And it's more so like of a passion. Like, I always look and see, like, okay, here, what's my vision? What I want for this event? Like,
and you say you're not here to party, you're here to event. That's one of your famous sayings, correct?
Yes.
And what for you, I know you kind of explained what that actually meant. So in Atlanta, when you were in Atlanta, because I want to get to the events, because you have some events coming up this weekend, and I do want to get it to talk about that, but we're going to kind of bring that over in a little bit. But tell me, in Atlanta, what was the biggest thing that you seen that you said, I have to go all over. Not only do I have to educate, but I also have to be a resource for people that are in the community, because, I think a lot of times people have a misconception of the community as being, we just party all the time. We just, we don't have relationships. We don't stay in relationships. And it's just a big, and I'm from the old school. So back in the day, I guess they call them U-Haul, U-Haul lesbians.
They're saying it like, like after like a few weeks, y'all be to live together. And they be like, okay, here, 3 weeks is like 3 years. And
on to the next.
And you know what I always like tell people as far as like because yeah, I love the boys, like, and they love me, but then at the same time, I'm always like women first. So,
Mm-hmm.
and then we as women are emotional.
We
We,
are.
we
Mm-hmm.
lead with our emotions and our heart. Sometimes, like our judgment be all clouded and stuff like that. So with women, I think that dynamic is more intense
Mm-hmm.
because we know how we want to be treated.
Right.
We know how, like, now some people now they could get like all overboard, and I'll be like, okay, come on now, what we doing now? And I talk to like my younger friends and people that's coming out and mentoring them and talking with them. Um, yeah, we're gonna go through our different phases and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we don't go through anything in any relationships that the heterosexual community doesn't go through.
Right. Right. It's all in the same because we're human
Like
first.
we're
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
we're
We're still people. Not even human first. We're just human beings.
human,
Correct.
human
Yeah.
beings.
So I have a question to ask you. So in the community, what do you find is the biggest challenge when it comes to being a part of the community and the things that you do as far as connecting people together? What do you find is the biggest challenge? Because I know in trying to get events, you got to get out. What's a day in the life of Diva?
Oh my gosh, it's so ooh, that was a good oh my god, because you know what they do have this, you know, misconception that um like okay, here women just want to be out partying, they don't take things seriously. And I push my thing with me and with anybody else, I push education
Mm-hmm.
first. And that's why I started the Rainbow Youth Literacy Program, where that, you know, LGBTQ youth between the ages of 16 and 22, you know, I mentor them, I tutor them, help them either get their GED,
Nice.
school diploma. I help
Mm-hmm.
them with their ASVAB, you know, if they want to go into the military, if you want to go into college. I'm helping you with your college application, and then if you need tutoring for college, because education in school, that was my safe space. That was my safe
Yeah,
space.
mine too.
Like, you know, because I had like not so good of a childhood. So like school was my safe place. That's
Mhm.
why right now I have 3 bachelors. I have an MBA
Go ahead,
and
girl.
oh, like
Yeah.
for my classes. So for my doctorate, so that's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm
don't
so proud of
like,
you, Diva. I'm so
thank
proud of you.
you.
I am so proud of you. Like I'm so happy that we connected because I find that because I was I'm an activist as well as an advocate as well. I took some some advocate classes here, but one of the reasons that I did because I even saw growing up with me, I didn't come out until late, right? And there were reasons for that because back in the day we just didn't that was something that we really weren't able to enjoy and really weren't able to come out. And so it's a whole big difference. Now, I guess that's why, like, if you did come out later, if you're coming out right now, it's a whole different ball game for us. Like we traveling, I want to do this, I want to do that. We're kind of like all over the place simply because there's so much that we didn't experience in that era of coming out that now you can experience. Do you agree? Is there a big difference from like, let's say the 90s and up until now? And if
Yeah.
so, what are some of those the differences that you've noticed?
It's so taboo because like with my dad, he's Jamaican. So like my early years, it was like, okay, here, like that's like a no, like even because and then I seen like growing up and seeing how they were mistreated or talked
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't feel comfortable saying like, okay, yeah, I'm liking, my childhood friend, like
Right.
like, wait a minute, hold up, because they're telling me. And then with my mom, that side being all Christian, Bible bells, my grandfather built the church from the ground up. So it was like, oh no, you better not say gay. Like,
You definitely couldn't say it. Listen, you definitely couldn't say it in the church for sure.
No.
Yeah, you'll have a whole prayer group around you.
And I was sitting up here like, oh, look. And then I was seeing, how they did with my sister and my cousin. It was like outcasts. It was, I didn't feel like comfortable coming out. So when I finally did, when I was like 25, after a while, I was just like, no.
I'm gonna be who I'm gonna be.
Who I am.
Yeah.
That's why I always like talk with, different youth and stuff like that is just coming out, and tell them like, listen, you're still learning yourself. We really don't even know ourselves until we get probably into our 30s. Really. Right. I was like, you're still learning yourself. Put you first. And once you accept yourself, then you can accept others and then accept your sexuality, your lifestyle. And then once you're confident within yourself, then people would start, accepting you more. Because it's like, oh, if you're not confident within yourself, then you can't expect somebody else to look at you like that either.
That's exactly. And I think Gen Z has a different outlook. They just don't care, right? Because now we're in a phase of, okay, we're going to be out and that's it, right? And we really just don't care. Considering a lot of us have fought for these rights before people have come out today, we fought for these rights. Even back in the day when I was coming up, it just was a taboo. Like you said, we couldn't come out. We couldn't tell anybody. And so a lot of us got into heterosexual relationships, maybe because, we were afraid of what people were going to say. We were in the church. We had parents that were totally against it. And then we realized after a certain age, hey, listen, I've been gay all my life. And people don't understand it because guess what? Some people have children. Some people have lived through, traumatic experiences. And now you've decided I'm going to be who I'm going to be, no matter what, right? You got to be yourself, or either you have an imposter. Yeah. You got to be yourself. So tell me, Diva, about some of the events that you have done in Atlanta. I want to know about that. And then we're going to talk about some events that you have occurring right now in LA in a few minutes. But tell me, in Atlanta, when you were there, how did you get connected with the events that were going on in Atlanta? And what type of events did you do there? Were they similar to the ones here that you're going to do this weekend in LA?
Yes, they were. Yeah, they were just about the same, because I was doing different the Pride events, Atlanta Black Pride. That's historically Labor Day weekend. So they weekend events. And then first of all, like with my baby, like the Black Girl Brunch Club started off with, just a few of my friends, because it was like, brunch and day parties was the thing in Atlanta. So we were out and, we was between friends. And then I made a comment. I said, look at us up here looking like the Black Girl Brunch Club.
Right.
It just does. And then that's when, and I said, well, the Black Girl Brunch Club is going to be like brunch and day parties, bringing mature, like-minded women, to be coming out that don't want the party scene, but like to have
classy brunch. Yeah. Excellence, Black excellence. Yeah. Right. And so now you have that Black Girl Brunch Club in LA now?
Yes. Now it has moved to LA. I have hosted it in Chicago. I have hosted it in but it started in Atlanta.
Yeah. Now, being the woman, I know I said on a day, we never did get to that question. So, I'm going to dig deeper. So we talked about a day in the life of Diva. When you're planning these events, because do you do it by yourself, or do you have partners, or how do you work that out?
I do it by myself.
Okay. Tell me what the life is. When you're planning events from start to finish, how do you know what event to plan? How do you plan the events? What do you think is needed in the community? And how do you bring that to the table? Do you do different things every time by asking the community? Or do you just say, hey, listen, I've been around the community. I know what they want, and I'm just going to put it out there. How does that happen? There's two questions in that. The one is the life of Diva, and then how do you bring these events together?
Okay, yeah, the life of Diva. A lot of times when I get my ideas is when I'm at the hotels and I have like different people that that come and saying like, here, I want to organize this event. Like, what do you think? How do you think? What ideas that you would think that we should do for this event that we're doing at the hotel? Mm-hmm. So I just like with them, I get to know them, see what their personality, see what their characteristics, and then I'm like, well, and then your guests, what do your guests like? What, are they, mature women? Are they professional women? Mm-hmm. So you have to have an understanding of your guests in order to know, like, what type of event that you're going to have.
Right, right. And then tell me, Diva, in a place where you are, like in LA, do you still have, when you have your events, is there people that come in and say, I'm going to help, that volunteer? And I think you're a little bit, let's see what's going on here. Do you have, there you go. You came back for a little bit. I lost you for a second. Yeah. But on your events, when you create your events, like now you have the events coming in. Let's talk about some of the events you have in LA. Then we're going to go to one commercial break. We're going to come back, right? Let's talk about some of the events that you have in LA. Let's just name them, and then we'll go through what they are. So let's just name them, then we'll go to commercial break and come back that you have going on this weekend. Mm-hmm. Okay,
so to start off is Friday is the meet and greet, and then it's Pride After Dark. And then it's Slay Couture. That's on Saturday.
And that's the one at the beach, right? That's the one at the beach. Can you tell which beach it's going to be at so people will know?
At Dockweiler. It's at Dockweiler. And then after that, on Saturday, we have the All White Affair. On Sunday, we have the Black Girl Brunch Club R&B day party.
Yay! Yeah. And I will be there, just to let you know. So, so we're gonna come back, and then I got some questions about the event. But we're gonna play one song. You're listening to The Flow with Her Flow right here at Hot 702.5, and we're talking to Miss Diva of LA Black Pride. We'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you for tuning in.
To find my peace in your arms, thought your love could shelter me from the storm, but silence got heavy, the truth in your eyes, you don't want forever, just passing time. I gave you soft when you gave me stone, try to build a home where you never belong. Now I see clearer, it's all in view. What I thought I needed, I don't need from you. I outgrew you. Like daylight breaks the night, I outgrew you. Found my worth in my own life. No ring, no promise, but I'm not confused. Love's not supposed to make me feel you, so I'm stronger now. It's the honest truth. Kept me in shadows, hidden away, while your world shine bright in the brightest day. I won't be your secret, won't dim my flame. A real love won't ever put me to shame. I was the soft, I was the same, but peace don't live where respect is replaced. Now I'm walking forward, I know what to do. but I can't wait for a heart that won't choose. So baby, I'm done, 'cause I outgrew you. Like flowers break the ground, I outgrew you. I outgrew you. My soul can't be bound. No ring, no promise, but I'm not confused. This love was too small for the dreams I pursue. So I'm stronger. It's the honest truth. I outgrew you. I outgrew you. Yeah. This time it's different. This time it's all about me on my terms. Yeah. On my terms. Yeah. I walk in shining, head held tall. No second guessing, I deserve it all. Not the woman who waits in line. Yeah. I set the tempo, I draw the line. I've learned my worth, I've claimed my name. This heart's no longer playing games. If you want me, it's gotta be real, 'cause I'm too much woman to just conceal. Lip gloss on my lips, crown on my head. I choose my peace over tears I've shed. No more cycles, no rewind. I move with power, I move with pride. Yeah. Lip gloss on my lips, I'm the flame that burns. This love's on my terms, only on my terms. Smile on my face, sparkle in my eyes. I'm not afraid to say goodbye. I've been the dream, I've been the muse, but this time, baby, I get to choose. No more begging, no compromise. I see the truth through all the lies. If you can't love me for all I am, I'll walk away. I know I can, yeah. Lip gloss on my lips, crown on my head. I choose my peace over tears I've shed. No more cycles, no rewind. I move with power, I move with pride. Lip gloss on my lips, I'm the flame that burns. This love's on my terms, only on my terms. I'm not a secret, not second best. I won't accept a love that's less. The game has shifted, the tables turned. This queen knows the throne she's earned. On my terms, yeah, on my terms. On my terms, yeah. No more waiting, no more pain.
Hey, this is Her Flow from Hot 702.5 FM, where we bring you the best in hip hop, R&B, pop, and talk. Tune in. Hey, you have tuned back into the flow right here with Her Flow at Hot 702.5 FM. You guys, every week I am here blazing hot, 4 p.m. every Thursday, y'all. Every Thursday, bringing the heat. You guys, I have a special guest, and today I have the real Miss Diva, not just the diva, but the real Miss Diva right here with me, and she's with LA Black Pride, and she's doing it big this weekend, y'all, and I had to bring her on because if you plan to go, you guys, y'all better be ready because she bringing the heat this weekend. She is definitely bringing the heat. So, Miss Diva, can you? I'm gonna let because I'm gonna mess it up, and I mess it up all the time. So, can you tell everybody your real name? And if you want to, if you don't, then that's fine. So, can you go ahead and pronounce it? Because I will. I'll tell you, I mess it up. I'm gonna mess it up.
Yes, my name is Sadika.
Sadika. Okay, Sadika. All right. And Sadiqa is she goes by you always say Miss Diva anyway. People don't really call you by your real name, do they? Okay.
No.
So tell me, so you got some events going on this weekend, and I want to go back to the advocacy part because that's really important for me, for people to understand that you wear many hats. And a lot of times, like with events, people don't know outside of these events, we're still doing things in the community as well, right? So you were talking about how you advocate on the behalf of the youth, and you teach them the reading skills if they want to apply for jobs, and resume writing. You do that as well too.
Resume writing, tutoring, mentoring. I even, use my hotel connections for women that's in like domestic violence situations, families that's risking, that needs like emergency housing. Then I would, house them at the whatever, at the closest hotel that's closest, to them.
Yeah.
So
is homelessness not to interrupt you, but I wanted to go to that question. Is homelessness a big problem amongst the LGBTQIA community in LA?
Yes. Well, I'm not sure about with LA because I was doing it more so in Atlanta when I just been out here since February.
Okay.
So in Atlanta, yeah, you had a lot of women or like even young adults that, when they were coming out, then unfortunately, their parents would put them out or tell them like, yo, you can't stay here. And I never, want to see anybody, especially like a female, out, in the streets. So it's been times that I got calls in like 2-3 o'clock in the morning and call into the hotel like, put this reservation in here like right now, like they'll be there in the next 10 minutes.
Okay.
And putting it in. And then also I do food drives for
nice. Nice. So you do a lot. You definitely do a lot. And again, I just want to know, and the reason I brought that up is because it's really important to know, because again, people would look at me and I wear, before I had to stop for a little bit to do some self-care, because self-care is so important. I think we give so much to everybody else that we forgive to give to ourselves. And so I had to learn how to water my own flowers, water myself, understand that guess what? It's okay to give to yourself. It's okay to give to you. And I think that's what we forget when you were talking about women. Is that experience that you give so much to women because of personal experiences that you've had for yourself through going through, trauma and things like that?
Like going through like different, like, childhood trauma and, like childhood abuse, childhood trauma. So that's where, especially like when and this was very like dear and very important to me, because when we went through the pandemic, the first thing that I went to my mind is, because like I said, like school was my safe space. That was the only place where I was feeling safe. So like in the pandemic, when these kids were out of school, and I'm like, you don't know what's going on in these households right now.
I'm a teacher, so I know. I've taught different areas, so I do know. I do. Yeah, I understand that.
So I was tapping in, and then I would say like, hey, you have a child in home or whatever, and the schools is closed. A lot of people is like getting homeschooled, and I was like, I'm going to tutor them. I'm going to homeschool them. And all of those expenses was coming out of my pocket.
As a teacher, it usually a lot of times is, when it comes to the budget cuts and things like that. But I'm going to bring you on another show so we can speak about that as well. So tell me about the events that's going. I want to go one at a time. And I want you to kind of describe the events that you're going to be having this weekend. And if you guys, first of all, let's get your social media platforms and let's tell people where they can reach you, where they can see the events that are going on this weekend so that people will know and they can come out.
Yes, on all platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. All you got to search in there is The Real Miss Diva.
Okay.
That's how I got it all across the board.
That's how I found you.
Twitter or X, so no. like Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just search The Real Miss Diva.
Yeah.
And you'll find me.
Yeah, and I love you already, Miss Diva. Yes. Okay, so tell me what's going on this weekend. Tell me what's the tea. So you got an event coming Friday, and let's talk about that first event on Friday and then how people can buy tickets.
Okay, the first event is actually the meet and greet because I have 2 host hotels.
Okay.
And actually those host hotels are my properties. So I have 2 host hotels. That's the DoubleTree LAX and the Embassy Suites South LAX.
Okay. Embassy Suites South. Okay. Okay.
So both of them, those are both the host hotels. I scheduled a meet and greet at both because I would be meeting and greeting with attendees that's flying in because we got hundreds of
It's
women.
big, huh? I know. It's big. It's big. Ooh, tell me where they're coming. They're coming from everywhere, right? That's what you were saying. I'm so proud of you. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah.
So I always do a meet and greet because I want people to know, like, you know, I meet and I talk with you. I socialize, I network with you. I'm not approachable. I'm not unapproachable. So yeah, so we talk and we vibe and we kick it. I pass out like the itineraries, give out their wristbands for the weekend. So that meet and greet is at both hotels because they're only like probably like a quarter of a mile apart. So from one and then go over to the next.
Yeah. Yeah. And how much are the tickets for that event?
For the meet and greet, no, there's no cost for the meet and greet.
Okay.
Meeting and greeting with the ones that staying at the host hotel or like different ones that, is hearing about it and they're like, okay, here, we want to see this live in the flesh and see if it's like real. So like different ones from LA can come through, meet us, ones that flew in. Learn about the events for the weekend. So there's no cost for the meet and greet. But we do have I do have the Slay Pride All Access Pass.
Okay.
And All Access Pass is just $50 and that gets you into all of the events. So
yeah. Now at the second one that morning is the beach party, right?
Yes,
that's on. Can you tell us where that is? I think you said Pacific Coast.
That's Dockwaller.
Dockwaller. Okay.
Delray
Beach.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
But the address is Marina Del Rey. Hold on, I have to pull that up. But it's at Dockwaller.
Right. And they will look under your name on, as I'm going to have you mention it one more time so people can know, but they will look under your name to get the flyers. And if you go to TikTok and you go to Her Flow the Vibe, you will see those events as well on my page, on my TikTok page, and you would go to Her Flow, that's HERFLO, the Vibe with a little fire sign because y'all know I'm fire. You guys can go to my page and you can see the events there as well. And you can also go to the Real Miss Divas page. You can also see the events as well, right?
Yes.
Okay. Tell us about the beach event. What's going on there? And do you need an access pass for that?
Yes. That is for all access pass holders. Because we do have to be mindful like of large groups or whatever. And then I like to, just for crowd control. So, they can, the security, the patrol people, they know, what to expect and what to out for.
Yeah.
Have that for the all access passes.
Yeah. Will people be able to bring participants be able to bring food to the beach, or how does that work?
Yeah.
Like coolers and things like that?
You just do not bring no alcohol.
Leave it in your car if you got it. Leave your stuff in the car. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. And I will have refreshments. Actually, I'm making pasta. So so I'll have that. I'll have some rasa pasta and I'll have refreshments. Please, like, don't bring like no glass
Yeah, yeah. People know the thing on the beach. Come on, you guys. Look at the beach signs. Look at the beach rules. You know.
Yeah, I'm like, don't smoke out there. Like, that kind
Have
of
you
smoke.
guys looked at the? Have you looked at the weather, Ms. Real Diva? It's gonna be beautiful.
Oh my God,
It's
that's
supposed
what
to be beautiful.
here with LA. They just got beautiful weather.
It's gonna be a beautiful day. Yeah, yeah. I'm excited.
The
So
weekend is-
tell me, that beach event, is there gonna be a DJ and music as well?
they want us to keep the so we will have music out there,
Mhm.
but they did not want any like amplified like
Music. Okay. Okay.
like they were real strict on that. So
Yeah.
have music out there, but it does have to be stay at a very minimum,
Yeah.
like low. Yeah.
No music. Yeah. And at
Yeah.
the party, I know you got a speed dating event. Is
Yeah.
that for the party on Friday, or is that the one that's
That's
Friday?
the first hour.
Mhm.
Right, like because the Kiss and Connect, the speed
Mhm.
is going to run right into Pride After Dark.
Okay. Got it. Have many people signed up for the Kiss and Connect event?
I had about it probably was about 20.
Okay.
It was about 20.
That's
And
what's up.
other people was like, well, I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah. We'll talk about the other event when I get there. We'll talk about. We're gonna have a whole vibe check when I get there. You and I are gonna talk about it when I get there. And so for the last event for Saturday, what's going on for Saturday night?
So Saturday night is is my all white affair.
Mm-hmm.
I host that like in Atlanta, New York, wherever. It's an all white affair. I be calling it like with the bougie people.
Yeah. The all white affair. Yeah.
White. And I just told them, I said the assignment is couture. So
Come dressed to impress.
we gonna be showing out.
Yeah, yeah. So what ages are invited to this weekend for LA Black Pride?
Well, as long as 25 and over.
Mm-hmm.
But even though majority of my attendees and stuff that comes to all of my events is like 30 and up.
Yeah.
I don't have like anybody that be in their 20s.
Yeah. And I want to shout out Nicole too.
No.
Yeah, let's shout out Nicole. We can shout out Nicole for Las Vegas Black Pride coming up August. It's coming up, so you guys look forward to that. She was on my show last month, a couple of months ago. So let's give a shout out to her.
Yeah.
They actually, you and Nicole have worked together. Yeah.
She's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I like her energy, her vibe, her
Yeah.
wisdom. And it's not too many, her passion is there.
Yeah, and hers is House of Pride, House of Pride. Yeah, House of Black Pride. Yeah. So, do you have any events going on Sunday?
Sunday is the Black Girl Brunch Club, the R&B day party.
Day party. Yeah.
And that's at Grits and Waffles.
Mm-hmm.
And like Journey, she's the owner. She's amazing.
Shout out to Grits and Waffles. Hey, Journey, we putting you out there. Grits and Waffles.
Yes.
I've never been there, but I definitely love Grits and Waffles. Okay, just saying.
Food, because they're from Texas, so they're gonna with that like Southern hospitality.
Yeah.
Black woman owned.
Mm-hmm.
He's part of the the community.
Yeah, that's what's up. That is what's up. I like that.
Like that's gonna be Black Girl Brunch Club LA. Like that's home for Girl Brunch Club. So I'm gonna be looking to hosting like R&B day parties and brunches.
And you and I are going to work together on some stuff. I can't wait. I just can't wait to work with you. And let me say this. So you're for people that don't know, if you missed the first part of the segment, we are talking to the real Miss Diva, and she is doing some things with LA Black Pride this year, and she is an event producer, not just an event host. And she produced all kind of events, not just in Los Angeles, but also in Atlanta. She's doing something in Chicago. She probably gonna come here and do some things too here soon. I'm hoping with us so we can work together. And I know you already work with Nicole, but definitely, you guys get to LA this weekend. If you miss Pride, I know they started some Pride events the end of June too.
Yes,
I saw some of the Pride events.
Moved it up like a week, I guess, for Pride Month.
Yeah. They moved a little bit of the events up because I saw them. Yeah. So if you're in Los Angeles, I'm going to tell you right now, this weekend we have Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We actually have Friday night, and then there's the meet and greet, and then we have it's before the Pride After Dark, the Black Pride After. Is it After Dark? Is that what it's called? The Black Pride After Dark. And then after that, Saturday morning is going to be the beach party, and we already named it. So before we get off, I just want the addresses again. I want where they can meet you, because then we're going to get off, and you guys just got to do your due diligence after that. I don't know what to tell you, but it's going to be lit. That's all I'm saying. It's going to be lit. There's people coming from out of town, hundreds of people from different places. All of us are the LGBTQIA plus community. Okay, we got to say plus, because we got some things in between. But guess what? We love all of you, and we are very thankful for you coming on, and very thankful for you sponsoring this event for us. I'm definitely excited, definitely happy, and now you're my new sister, so I love it. So I'm so glad to have you on. Is there anything that you want to say? Let's tell the addresses again, where things are going to be. Tell them where they can find you. Oh, we got it up there. Cool. So that's where the beach party is going to be, and then the other party is going to be Friday night at the Embassy Hotel Suites, and that address is going to be right there. Let me see. Is that the address for the Embassy Suites?
It's 1440 Imperial Avenue.
Okay, 1440 Imperial Avenue. It starts at 9 p.m. Does it go? Is it what time does it end?
The Embassy Suites is the meet and greet.
Meet and greet on Friday. Gotcha. At 9 o'clock. All right. I think we got everything. And tell them where they can find you again, Miss Diva, before we get off.
All platforms, just search The Real Miss Diva, and you'll be able to find me on Facebook.
On all platforms, Instagram, IG, if you want to go to LA for Black Pride this weekend, you guys. All right, listen. I have to go now, and I hate going. You guys are such a wonderful audience. You can catch me here. I am Her Flow, and you're on the flow right here on Hot 702.5 every Thursday at 4 p.m. Go to Black Pride in LA. I'll see you there. You're listening to Her Flow from Hot 702.5 FM Risky Radio. Tune in to the flow, where we're bringing you the best in hip hop, R&B, and talk.